With over 7 billion people in the world, we all have something in common. We all get dressed. Welcome back to Fashion Friday, which is not on Friday, alongside your favorite host Theo. In the last episode, we explored the 50s with the iconic miniskirts and suits. Today, we're going to skip the hippie 60s and go over the 70s with fashion icons Dornano Stefan, Mikna Feodot, and Moldovano Catalin. Hello, guys. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for inviting us, Theo. It's a pleasure being here.
So, the 70s. What can you guys tell me about that period? I mean, I don't know, whenever I try to picture people back then, I only see figures in flashy sportswear dancing and listening to Staying Alive under a disco ball.
Well, I see your point. That was a classic look from the decade, but there was a lot more to 70s styles than this one look. For example, fashion during this time was so varied and experimental that Vogue declared, there are no rules in the fashion game now.
But with the new decade, people didn't just start wearing a new style like their closet went on fire. For example, the hippie look carried over to the early 70s for women. Things like bell-bottom pants, frayed jeans, midi skirts, maxi dresses, tie-dyes, peasant blouses, and ponchos remained, as well as some accessories like chokers, headbands, scarves, feather, and jewelry made of wood.
And for the ones who didn't like that look, they often choose more of dressy or dressy casual wardrobe. Tight t-shirts or dresses with a fitted wide lapel blazer, flared pants, sweaters, cardigans.
So this was all about women, but what about men?
Well, men's fashion was largely influenced by bright colors and textures. Wearing satin shirts, sometimes with ruffles or lace, often paired with hip-hugging bell-bottoms.
Wow, I totally forgot about the satin shirts. Like, my grandfather had one and didn't let grandma wash it. He did it all by himself. These were the early years, but what about the mid or the late 70s?
Well, as you know, the hippie look fell out for both men and women, making way for a more casual everyday style, like fitted t-shirts with elaborated designs, slogans, and sport logos.
Yeah, and even though the
Wait,
suits
wait,
were
wait, what period are you talking about now?
the mid.
Okay, yeah, continue please, my bad.
So even though suits were popular for all occasions, there was a bigger push for more informal styles. Flannel or western shirts, sweatshirts, or leather jackets paired with jeans.
Sounds exactly like today's common look.
Well, casual looks stick. But let's talk about what's really important. Disco. John Travolta's character in Saturday Night Fever is a perfect example of disco style for me. Three-piece suits with wide lapels and flared pants. You could also see things like tracksuits, jumpsuits, cardigans, sweaters, puffers, vests, and low sneakers.
Also, women used to wear wrap dresses, tube tops, sequin shirts, spandex shorts, and high-slit skirts with boots or chunky heels.
Yeah, and of course, everyone wore flashy sportswear while dancing to Staying Alive.
Well, I wouldn't have imagined it any other way. Well, that was amazing. Thank you guys again for coming.
And thank you again for inviting us. It was a privilege.
And I'll see you next episode when we talk about the 80s and the 90s. Have a good one, fellas.